Hello everyone, my name is Isabel and welcome back to my personal finance channel. As I've said in my previous video or vlog that I will be doing my debt confession for today, and so I am starting today. So with that said, growing up, I was not really, my family was not really like financially educated, I would say, or have like financial background, or maybe I wasn't just not aware of it. For the most part, all I know is that what they gave to me, I need to save, and whatever spendings or purchases should come from what I have saved. So at least with that concept, you know, it's still good to learn to save and then spend what you have. But for the most part, of course, as a kid, like, you don't really think about like how it would be when you grow up. So with that said, when my dad died when I was in second grade, of course that took a toll on us as a family. We're a family of four kids. And then my mom being a single mom in the Philippines, you know, it's really hard. I mean, we did have help from my relatives and all of that, but of course it was still hard on us. So with that, I just really learned on how to, I guess, live frugally and cheaply. But I mean, I really don't take it as negative even now that I look back on it. But after a couple of years, when my family moved here in the United States, it was still kind of the same, I would say, because my mom and my stepdad, like, they would give us an allowance of like, it's either $5, $10, or $20 a week. And again, I still had that same concept of saving the money and spending when I need to, spending what I have saved when I need to spend it. So it's not when I want to spend it, but when I need to spend it. So for the most part, even when I was a teenager, I did not really spend like a lot of money. Probably a little shopping here or there in Forever 21. But that's really about it. Now, really my like spending really increased when after graduation of high school, so when I started getting into college, I was planning on going to pharmacy school. So when I graduated high school, I was fortunate enough to get a job at being a pharmacy technician at a retail pharmacy. And with that, of course, you know, I needed a car, so that's when I purchased my own car. I couldn't thank enough my brother, most specifically, and I guess as well as my family too, because you know, with the car that it was my brother who picked out the car for me, but it was nice because it was reliable. Toyota Yaris, which I actually still use up to date. But yeah, it was a reliable car. It was cheap. It was pre-used, so definitely, like even now, I probably wouldn't even recommend to buy a new car. And it was very helpful throughout the start of my college years. But yeah, so I had, I would say it was about 12 to 13K for a pre-used car with like 20,000 miles in it. And thankfully enough, again, I really appreciate my family, my mom, for telling me to pay off my loans as soon as I can. So with that said, after her nagging at me every paycheck time from my income as a pharmacy tech, I was actually able to pay off my car, and I was so proud of that moment because like at that time I was like 19, 20 years old, and who could say around that time that I have my own car, you know? So it was really nice. It was really a nice feeling. I was proud of my car. I mean, you know, it's a small car, it's a cheap car, but I own it. And I don't have to pay monthly for it. Except for the car insurance, of course, that I was able to incorporate what I have learned, you know, like spending wise. Oh, I actually forgot to say that when I went to college and started my prereqs for pharmacy school, I was eligible for FAFSA, which is it means free application for financial student aid or something like that. And that actually paid off my pre-pharmacy school. So when I was doing my prereqs, that was all paid for by the FAFSA. And also the fact that I got, I think it was, I forgot, but it was like Governor Scholarship or Millennium Scholarship for those who had like high honors when they graduated from high school. So I have that as well. That's probably the only scholarship that I have obtained from high school. So that really paid off for my tuition fee during my prereq time. And I was really glad because I have a paid off car. I didn't obtain any student loans from basically my undergrad. Now, come pharmacy school, when I think I was 21, when I turned 21, that's when I entered pharmacy school. And of course, pharmacy school, as you know, it's like really one of, I guess, expensive degrees nowadays, I think. And the fact that there was only one pharmacy school here in my state, unfortunately. So, and I don't want to pay out of state tuition, of course. So that was, I guess, really the only option. And it was a private school, unfortunately. So it was a lot of money that I had to take for my student loans. And that's when it really started. So with that said, in my next clip, I will show you guys what I owed from when I graduated from pharmacy school and my current balance. Alright, so now I am going to show you what is the total from when I graduated from pharmacy school, and here it goes. All right. So as I know it says 11/2019. I did graduate back in 2018, but I did had a loan transfer from a loan company basically. So it was a total of $195,033.36. Now this $186,000 is the principal balance. So, as you can tell, basically the interest is about 10 or 11,000, and that was back in November 2019. But it was around December is when I did start to like be more aware of it and basically try to pay it off. So that's the December 2019 is when I actually paid about almost 34 or maybe 35,000. So the balance became 160 from 195. So that right there is already like so high, right? So now I will show you the current balance. Now the current balance that I have is 114,000 and it's the December 23rd is when the last time I paid off my student loans. But of course there's more details since I started trying to pay it off in December of 2019. So that right there, I am really proud of what it has become now, considering the fact that, you know, it was really a large amount. I try not to spend a lot of money, even on myself. And sometimes I feel like I'm being hard on myself, but at the same time, I know this will be for my benefit.